Same thing how ladies, when your man is good to you and treating you good, there's always women are watching. Why? Because the minute you let him go, like ready the movie Acrimony, ready? I put it in my timeline. Oh, that man was hard working for you, and what happened was this: the lady that went and got him the 135 million. She was watching videos of him and his wife. This is my wife right here. You know, we have this battery called the Force Winds, whatever the case may be. She looked at that and admired that everything was about him and his wife. But when she did him dirty, she said, "You ain't deserve him anyway. He's mine." So then she got the boat. She got the cars. She got the...
I got my swag right, feeling crispy clean. Girl, I'm the flyest mother you've ever seen. So much money I can't...
Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm your host, Michael May. And today, I had to do this video, right? So I'm driving. I saw Danica was on. I said, you know what? She always be speaking some real ish. Let me see what's going on. I want y'all to pay attention, right? A lot of my brothers, y'all have been through a lot when it comes to some of these women. But I want y'all to understand. See, I too, what you guys are about to watch, I too have been a victim of what you guys are gonna hear her speak on today. See, a lot of you fellas, the reason why y'all guys can't really grow is because you're not honest. Heartbreak is gonna happen. A woman leaving you for no apparent reason other than thinking that she could find better, it's gonna happen. Being willing to come to the forefront and speak on it, that ain't gonna happen with everybody. But I want to let the big sis talk, man. We gonna let her talk. We gonna let her cook. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on notifications. I don't want to waste your time. Let's go.
The aftermath of leaving a good man. See, way too often when it comes to women, we always feel like, you know, if I have this good man, I can get a better him, right?
I can't even let her talk. All right, hear me out. Let's be real, y'all. Let's be real, fellas. I personally, listen to me. I know women who thought that they were gonna find better, and I look at them now with their men, and you can tell that she's aware that, you know what, this is the best I could get. And I laugh because I've had dudes hit me like, yo, yeah, your ex this. It's funny how before she was talking wild crazy about you, now it's like I look at her and it's like, you made a mistake. Hear me. I've dealt with women that left. When they came back, I had to ask them, "What? So did you find better?" And once they said no, I need y'all guys to understand. If a chick wants to walk away, let her walk away. I'll still have a conversation with you, like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, like, everything's good, cool, boom, boom, boom. But I don't have to be in a relationship. I don't have to have like malintent towards you. But you're not gonna get the same person that you first got. But I'm gonna let her cook. That's why you guys see me. I'm sitting back today. Like I got the chair recline. When y'all guys see me sit up, yeah, I know I'm about to pause it. But I'm gonna let sis cook. Go ahead, sis, cook.
We don't see that man as somebody that is of value, somebody that should be treasured, appreciated, held on tightly to, we don't have that mentality a lot of the times. A lot of the times when it comes to women, it's like, well, I can always upgrade. I can always replace. I can always, find somebody else that is going to be richer, taller, finer, better in bed, sweeter, you name it, right? And
all right, now I want to hit on that point real fast for y'all fellas, because I've always told you guys, KS said it best. KS said it best. He said, stop putting so much value on your dick. KS said it best. Y'all guys don't believe me? Go back and look through his videos. KS always said that's the problem with a lot of guys. Hear me out. There's some guys who they may be able to put it down better than you, but you're better than them in other ways. Hear me out, fellas. I know women who have left men because of the bedroom fun to only end up by themselves, trying to go back to the man that was really, listen, these women don't know how to balance it. They don't know how to come and go, you know what? We could always work on getting better in bed. But to have somebody who's driven, who's gonna want to naturally care for you, love you, be a man, be responsible, want to have children, that's few, far and in between. Hear me out, y'all. Without me saying too much, y'all do know that the GOV, our GOV, they're trying to figure out ways to force men to marry women. Y'all are aware of this, right? Like, the crisis is men are not willing, or nor do they want to jump in relationships with women anymore. They just don't want to do it. Men are leaving and going overseas, and I already told y'all guys this countless times. The more and more men leave the country and go overseas, it hurts us as a country, because now the men are here working, but the money's leaving. That ain't beneficial for here. So it's been on CNN, all these TV programs, the Passport Bros. It's been everywhere. There's a reason for that. There's a reason, because there are no men left here that want to take care of these women. But then, yes, some of these women still have the audacity to have such high standards when it comes to men who are approaching them. That I think that's the part that's the weirdest to me. Like, how are you still conducting yourself like if you have all these options and you really don't? Not to get too into it, which I already know. The book says, in the last days, men will be as rare as gold. 7 women will flock to one man saying, please give me your name. I will take on the burden of, I'll provide and take care of my own clothes, my own everything. Just give me a last name to remove my reproach. I don't want to get into that. Sis, cook.
And unfortunately, a lot of us find out the hard way that that's not necessarily true. As a matter of fact, when you do come across a man that is, embodying all that you're looking for, or most of what you're looking for, because nobody is perfect, it's probably a good idea to, once again, hold on to that man, appreciate that man, let that man know that you value him, and also reciprocate and pour back into that man. Because let's just be honest, a lot of the times, that guy that was showing you the most love, that was giving you the most support, that was there for you and had your back through it all, yeah, he was irreplaceable. Let's look at the climate today. The climate today suggests that a lot of men are kind of checked out and done with relationships and dating and settling down and marriage and family starting and building, right? So when you take that into consideration, and you analyze everything and you have a good man that is ready and willing to do that, it's probably a good idea to stay there. Because if you get rid of him and try to go out into this world to where, again, the climate is very tough, to say the least, as far as settling down and men taking women seriously and, you know, getting married and starting families, you're probably not going to be able to find another him. You're probably not going to find somebody that is ready and willing to take on the responsibility of, you know, a woman. Because let's not get it twisted, you all. A man deciding to be with a woman, that's a lot that he's adding on to his plate, considering the male role, right?
Now, hear me out. This is one thing that makes me laugh. Because, for my fellas, that's the part that most women don't recognize. Anytime I approach a woman, hey, how you doing? Hey, I would like to get to know you. I like to... What I'm doing is I'm taking on the responsibility of this woman. This is why I tell you guys, when a woman checks out and goes, nah, I don't think you're not interested, you have to listen to me. You have to remember that. Because when the tables turn and she comes back around, I need you guys to be strong enough to be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Because now, and I always say this to y'all, when the woman comes back, if you don't put that pressure on her to do it your way, she has to understand you came back. Now you're going to have to deal and understand that there's going to be new terms and services that need to be provided for before I do even remotely the slightest bit. Ready? That's why when KS said, a lot of you women are so far gone, your best bet is just to stay that way. Don't change now. Because a lot of you women want to sit here at 30, 35, 40 and turn around and be like, you know what? I'm ready to settle down. I want a good guy. No. Don't change now. Because by the time you become what that man needs you to be, 10 years has passed. And then now you're going to have resentment towards somebody. This is the reason why, fellas, we say you should date younger, because most women who are younger, they won't be as resentful. Because now if a woman is 20 years old, 22, and it takes you 3-4 years to help her mentally get to where she needs to be, even if things don't work out for you, the very next man that comes along, she's gonna be like, hold on, I dealt with this before. What do I do now? Oh, big. Now she's gonna have something in her brain to be able to go back to and go, you know what? Yo, Michael was teaching me this. And here's the part that a lot of you women don't understand. And I want to say this, right? Because I don't think that a lot of you ladies don't understand this part. Every time you come to a man and a man has to teach you how to be the woman that you should be for any man, your level of attraction, his level of attraction for you is naturally gonna drop. That's where you go into hyperdrive. See, they're not telling you this on the internet. They're not telling you this hear me out. You know what it is to sit there and say, maybe you should try this. Look, don't do that. See, because that right there is gonna make you look like this. This is that. When a man has to teach you everything, he's naturally gonna lose attraction. Why? Because as you're in the process of learning, he's gonna deal with a certain level of frustration that what it's gonna take is you showing and proving that you can be what that man needs you to be. And that's when he starts to work his way back. That's a lot of you ladies don't understand that. Y'all don't understand. See that? But it's okay. Guys, just keep talking.
There are roles. Men and women are expected to contribute certain elements to a relationship, right? The man is supposed to provide. The man is supposed to protect, lead, teach, love. Like, the man is supposed to do those things. So when a man makes the conscious decision to take a woman into his life, that means, hey, I'm going to have to work harder. I'm going to have to make more money. I'm going to have to be able to properly and efficiently and effectively manage not only myself and my own time and my own life, but hers as well. Because again, I am going to be playing the role of that leader. And so by me being in that position, I need to be able to navigate everything in a way to where everybody will be fine. Everybody will be able to live comfortably, be at peace, be happy, flourish. That is the man's role, right? So when a man is deciding to do that, that means he loves you and cares about you enough to be selfless in that way. And what did I just say earlier? A lot of men are just not ready and willing to do that these days. It's way too much of a headache and way too much of a hassle to take on all of these additional roles when, let's be honest, it's more than likely going to be in vain. Right. And I'm gonna get into it. I know y'all don't like that, but that's just the reality of it. All right, y'all like the video, share the video and subscribe. Let's break that down for a second. A lot of men are coming to the conclusion of taking on the responsibility and adding on to your plate as far as having a woman is not worth the risk. It's not worth the amount of effort and work that you're going to have to put into that, because a lot of females of today, I mean, again, let's just be real, they're lazy.
You know what's crazy too? I gotta say this, right? Now, I can only speak for me on this part. I can't speak for all the guys in the world. But with the shit that I'm doing in my life, with the things that I got going on, the positive things, man, listen, I'm set for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I am good. I want y'all to understand, I'm straight. Hold on. I've seen the clip. My bad. So hear me out. When I tell y'all guys that I'm straight, I'm straight. Me as a man and my abilities as a man and what I can do for a woman, I laugh when a woman tries to slow grind me. Like, oh my God, I want to get to know you. Like, I just want to wait. I want you, hear me out. I'll show y'all. Let's do this. We go on our IG. Look, we gonna go on search. We on search, right? We on search. I just hit search. I'm gonna go like this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. And let's just go like. Let's go right here. This lady right here, right? This lady right here. Beautiful lady, right? Beautiful lady. Great. I want to show you guys something. Y'all see? Hold up. Let's keep going. Y'all see this? Let's keep going. Like, ladies, I want y'all to really understand. Y'all see this? This is see, all of this women don't understand. Ready? Now watch this. Hold on. Watch. Let's see. Let's see. I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, I know what I'm looking for, y'all. Yeah, I know what I'm looking for. No ring. No ring. Let me tell you guys something. See, what you ladies don't understand is this. When guys see you on boats and Lamborghinis and all this, 90%, hear me out. Listen to what I'm gonna say. 90% of the women that are actually in the rich class, the upper class, 90% of the women have earned their status from a divorce. So most of these women are not out there getting it where they could afford Lamborghini. She's on boats. Is that really her boat? Let's cut the cap. Let's cut the cap now. Like let's just cut all the bullshit. And this is what most women don't understand. That they disqualify themselves.
That's first things first.
They disqualify themselves. Most women in their life, they are lazy. And a lot of you guys tolerate these women because you guys don't want to put, even you guys, it's partially your fault too. You guys don't want to put in the effort to weed them out. Yeah, nah, I'ma smash her for a little bit, but cause some of you guys, y'all guys too, y'all overlook the good woman. You know what I'm saying? But we here talking about the women overlooking the good men and losing good men and what actually happens. But let's continue going because I want you to understand something. Hear me out. Ladies, a man, all we gotta do is look at your profile. If all we see is that you partying and you always out and you're not doing anything productive with your life, don't be frustrated why men conduct themselves with you the way that they do. You know, there is a saying, right? When I was in corporate America, right? There's a saying, and I learned this from an Asian woman. She said, "What I never understood about women, why does the hands on a clock determine what you're gonna wear? Why can't you wear to work what you're wearing, go home, do a couple of things, and then leave from there and go to the club?" I've learned this from women, and I ain't saying little women, no, women who are really making the money, really make the money. And let's be clear, I already told y'all. The women, the powerful women, the women that most of you guys will never see, you wanna know why you guys never see it? Because you guys don't get to the club. Your parties start at 11 o'clock at night. Them white folks and them Asian folks, you know when they party? After work. They leave after work, they go to the after hours, they drink, they chill there with associates. You see lawyers and doctors and all that. Once like 9, 10 o'clock come, they leave, they go home, they have their cheese sandwich, they go to sleep, they wake up in the morning, they say they're fresh to go to work. You the one that's tired. And it's usually, I'm sorry, it's usually my Spanish sisters and my black sisters. Oh girl, we going to the club tonight. Oh my God, 11 o'clock. At 11 it open now. I want to be there around 12. I want to be there when it's pops. Everybody can see me walking in. Okay, let's continue. That's too much for y'all. I get it. Let's go.
And they're entitled. I understand that not all women are that way.
Right.
But that's the climate once again.
Mm-hmm.
The climate is, we have a lot of women out there that have it in their minds. The man is supposed to.
I want to hear this though. I want to get to this.
You know? But let's get into this, you all.
So now you're gonna see why I want to play this video. So we have my sister Danica. She's, as you can see, she's a black beautiful woman, and then we have another woman who is of a lighter skin complexion and obviously of a different culture. So now you're gonna get two perspectives from women in one video, and you know I'm gonna add my 2 cents into this. So let's go.
And again, y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
The aftermath of losing a good man. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Right? This right here, right, is an explanation of the aftermath of leaving a good quality man. Right? A lot of us really have it in our minds as women, hey, I don't have to hold.
I like how she says, ladies, if you have a good man, listen to this warning. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
On to you. If you're doing this for me, I bet there's a million other guys out there that will do just as much as you're doing, if not more. So why settle here when I can upgrade?
Now, real fast. That's something that a lot of women, they make that mistake. Well, if you're willing to do this for me, hear me out. I can't say the woman's name. There was a woman that I cared for, I liked for, you know what I'm saying? Knew her family and everything, whatever it may be. But she always thought that there was gonna be bigger and better. Pause that. Y'all hear me always tell the story of the model, the supermodel. She's been in magazines and videos. She's been everywhere. Now she's 38 years old. And I showed you guys the message where I said, but I told you when you was 25, you're not gonna find somebody who's gonna do what I'm willing to do. But I bet you in her mind, she thought that she would. So now she's still beautiful. She's 38, still works in the same job she worked for all this time, a receptionist. And it's like, you're 38 now. Now a man could find the younger version of you, and you're gonna be stuck with nothing. And guess what? And I that's why I gave her credit, because she said, you told me, and I haven't found somebody since you told me that. Because women think that they're gonna find better, but they won't. They won't. This is why listen fellas, whenever I speak to a woman, hey, we should go on a date, I like to get to know you, XYZ, and they say no, I laugh. I'm like, ha. I laugh because in the back of my mind, I'm like, I feel like, what movie is that where he says, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked. The guy who was like interrogating the criminals, you know you fucked up, right? I think it's Menace to Society. But let's keep rocking and rolling.
Right.
My nose is a little amazing.
I can see what else is out there on the market. We don't see it as, oh, this man just really loves me and values me.
Right.
We don't see it as, hey, maybe, just maybe, I lucked up with this.
Yep.
Our egos today as women will not allow us to appreciate a good thing when we have it. Our egos tell us, girl, you can do better than this.
Yep.
And then you don't.
And I want to go on record saying this. I have never, listen to me, never in the history of my life, have I ever dealt with the woman and she went on and found better than me after me. Never. Not even once. Not even once. Not even once. Hear me out. I have women that I've dealt with saying, if more men conducted themselves in that masculine frame, the way you conduct yourself, most of these women wouldn't be able to get away with half the things that they do. But let's keep rocking and rolling.
Let's get into it. And again, y'all like the video.
You like the video. Y'all like the video.
This is the aftermath of losing the good man. Let's play.
After you actually lose a good man, let me tell you the aftermath. Before you choose to lose this good man, you will try to find a man equivalent to the man you're with. And you will think that you could find better. But when
And mind you, I think right here after this first one, I stopped watching the video. So the rest of it's going to be like us reviewing it live.
you actually put yourself out there, you'll realize that there is no man left right now. And every man will try to use you for a certain thing. And you will look for that man that you left in other men. You will regret that man to the core because you'll realize that there is no good people out there and nobody loved you as much as that man loved you.
Yep.
And after that, you will try to go back to that good man, only to realize that that good man doesn't want you. And he actually found a good girl. If you have someone good in your life, cherish them. Don't think you could replace them.
I'm going to let Danica talk first.
That was all bars, all facts. Now I want to replay it and I want to be able to pause it in between so that I can give my commentary because that was facts. But I wanted you all to hear it in its entirety. That way you can just really absorb the message. But let's go ahead and play that again. All right. And again, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Let's really break this down. Because unfortunately, a lot of women do make this grand mistake. They don't realize that they had a good man while they had it. First things first, they feel like, oh, I can outdo him and replace him. Or they just feel like, oh, I'm just not ready. Okay, let me pause before we replay it and everything.
Fellas, I always tell y'all, that shit makes me laugh. If a woman comes and says, I'm just not ready right now for a relationship, fellas, then she should never be ready for a relationship with you, fellas. Women know who the good men are. They may not want to deal with you at the moment because they want to have their little bit of a fun. Like even some women who've been in a relationship since young, the minute they leave their relationship and now they 30, 35 and they have that little sense of freedom, instead of them being smart saying a man will see the value in me just coming out of a relationship, let me hold myself. No, they want to let loose. They want to go out there and be sleeping with all these guys and expect to come.
Let me go there for a second because that's important to highlight as well. You have women out there that first things first, their ego gets in the way and they feel like they can replace that man. And so they'll leave him in search for a better version of him in somebody else. But another level and layer is when we do have a good man that is being presented to us, we feel like, you know, I'm still young, I'm still hot, I'm still vibrant. You know, I have all of these guys throwing themselves at me. I have all these guys maybe giving me money and giving me attention. And, you know, I'm just wild and free right now. So although I am being presented with a good quality man, right, I'm not ready for him yet. We feel like, hey, I'll have all this time in the world to get with you later.
Fellas, listen to me. There's a reason why even women say this. Ready? Men age like wine. Women age like milk. It doesn't last very long. Hear me out. Ladies, for those who are really listening to me, hear me out. Do you want to know why beauty is your number one agent that you have? Because God gave you your beauty to attract the best man that you can find when you're young And then you're supposed to use that attraction to keep that man enthusiastic. He comes home to a beautiful woman. She's beautiful, body's nice. She takes care, she respects him, she values him. But you waste it on being out there. I'm not ready yet. All these other guys are like she said, all these other guys, I got all the other options. Fellas, listen to me. That's why I tell you guys, to my young guys, all my young guys that already found me on IG, I already know. Don't get mad when you see a young, beautiful woman who she's beautiful and she knows she's beautiful. If she's not into you and you're trying to holler at her, fellas, don't feel bad. Cause her window is this small. She only has roughly between the ages of 17, 18 to about 28. That's a small window, fellas. You don't become into yourself. Your finances and everything, your finances wouldn't even start blossoming till you possibly hit 30, 35, 40. Your peak as a man starts at the age of 40. Why do you think you see these older guys on the yachts with these younger women? Cause now the younger women, somebody on that yacht is sleeping with the man of the yacht. And I bet you probably the youngest, the baddest chick on that boat is with the guy with the yacht. That's how it, fellas. Focus right now when you're young on getting your bread right. Focus on getting your bread right. Because I promise you, when you get to my age, life is different. Life is very different. And trust me, the women treat you very different when you're a little bit more seasoned than these young pups out here. And then your young guys can't get upset because it ain't just seasoned yet. Because once you guys hit 35, 40, now the other younger chicks are gonna be for y'all. Now y'all gonna be like, yo, Mike said that. Yo, I remember, look, it's happening. Now I got the Ferraris, I got the Bugattis, the Fugattis, I got the helicopters, I got the... Let's keep going.
So it's not necessarily that I don't want you or I feel like I can do better than you. I'm just not in that mode of being settled down.
Don't fall for that.
I want to be a hot girl. I want to be a city girl. I want to be wild and reckless and free. I want to be able to live my life. And then once I get it out my system, quote unquote, then I'll come back to you.
And fellas, I want y'all to understand something, right? Hear me out. You know that's why that's a bad idea. Hear me out, fellas. I know women that I've spoken to back in the day that they were in their whole phase, right? And what happens is this: they tend to build an appetite of dealing with so many different men that by the time she gets to you, now she's comparing all of the guys to see how can she build this Frankenstein of a man to get it all in one person, when that in itself, one man had the money, one man was sexing you right, one man took care of you, one man did this, one man taught you something. You never get everything in the same spot, but most women are not happy with having most of what they would need. Nah, they feel like it's forever and a day, like they have all the time in the world, and they don't, fellas. They run out of time. We don't. Just remember that, boys. I don't care how beautiful she is. Hear me out, y'all. I was talking to this woman, right? 35, like 3-4 kids. Every day she's busting her ass, working her ass off. She's gonna have to do that till she's dead. Cause though she may be beautiful, nobody's... Why? Hear me out. Some men can try to figure out how to work with the situation, but most men won't. Why? Hear me out. Why would a man want to devote his hard-earned life and legacy and wealth and money, finances, protection, provision, his wisdom on someone else's children. That's how a lot of men think. And you women think that we don't think like that. We do. Oh, we meet you, having one child is enough. But having 2, 3, 4, y'all tripping. And then y'all want to sit here, oh, Steve Harvey, 90 days. I don't have sex in the first 90 days. Excuse me? You better be happy I didn't get a bucket of chicken and tell you to come to my crib. You wildin'. Wild out.
Another element of this conversation that also ends in a backfire. Okay? Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. It's some real talk.
Yep.
That is also the aftermath of letting a good man get away. Oh man, I just thought that I would always have, access to him. And I just always thought I would be able to come back later.
Nope.
And then you don't. Let's play it.
After you actually lose a good man, let me tell you the aftermath. Before you choose to lose this good man, you will try to find a man equivalent to the man you're with.
Let's pause. That's facts. A lot of the times when you let a good man get away by thinking that he'll wait around for you forever, or thinking that you can replace him, right? What oftentimes ends up happening is these women realize their mistakes, and then it's like, okay, well, I remember how he did X, Y, and Z for me, and so let me try to find another man that would do X, Y, and Z for me. And then you don't find him, right? So it's always this constant search of looking for what you had in him, but they're not him.
That's why there's a saying, right? And I always say this. When I speak to women, I always say, you're gonna look for me and another man, and I won't be there. Most men can't even fathom the idea of doing what I'm capable of doing for a woman. And I ain't just speaking about finances.
That's tragic. That is the most regretful feeling in the world, of coming to realize that, yeah, that was the best I could have had.
Yep.
So now you're on this endless search of trying to find what you had in him in the next man, but the next man will never be him. Who wants that for their lives? Who wants to spend the rest of their damn lives trying to find and replace something that they know they let get away?
Yep.
Let's continue.
And you will think that you could find better. But when you actually put yourself out there, you'll realize that there is no men left right now.
That's facts as well. And again, that goes back to what I said earlier as far as the climate is concerned. A lot of guys out here are checked out. And again, I hate that. As somebody that is a strong advocate for relationships and marriage and men and women coming together and building with each other, having families, that's very nerve-wracking even for me, because here I am, I have a beautiful marriage with a beautiful man that loves me, takes care of me, and all of that. I want other women to be able to experience the bliss of having a man in their lives that loves them, cherishes them, values them, takes good care of them, teaches them, guides them. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Right?
And that's one thing I will always say that I love about my woman. See, she knows I'm a man of God. She knows that I practice polygyny. But she's stern. I would love for a woman to appreciate and know what it is to be loved and cared for the same way I am. But even she's not dumb. every woman doesn't deserve it. So she always keeps her eye open. But let's keep rocking and rolling.
But due to, again, the climate, that's just not out there like that. Not in abundance. A lot of men, again, they don't want the responsibility or the headache of taking on having to provide and protect and lead a woman, because it's like, I'm not even going to get anything out of it though. She gets a lot. She gets somebody that is going to love her, give her money, give her stability and security, good penis, you know. What do I get but a bunch of demands?
Right.
What do I get but having to work harder?
Right.
You know?
Yep.
So that's what she just said. You'll go out there and you'll find that it's just no men left out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, our egos, ladies, we have it in our mind, oh, I'm the baddest chick. I'll always have men throwing themselves at me. And that may be true to a certain degree. Right? So yeah, men may throw themselves at you actually. Y'all know what we trying to say. You gotta watch
No,
out.
Mom, I'm coming out there.
But are they trying to commit to you?
See?
Are they taking you seriously?
That's why I always tell fellas, if a woman is attractive, she's always gonna find people that want to sleep with her. Men that want to do what you want to do, provide, protect, provision, cultivate, teach the children, and do it. She ain't gonna find that.
Are they being monogamous with you?
This is funny, right? Hear me out. I don't think women catch on to this. If a man is always like, yo, let me know, I'll come over when the kids is sleeping, he ain't taking you seriously. But if a man comes and says, yo, bring the kids, like bring them, like see, y'all ladies ain't built, y'all not ready for the real, y'all not ready for that, because y'all don't understand when a real man is like, yo, bring your children, like what's the problem, like what's the y'all don't want this truth.
Probably not. So that's facts. It's a whole different world out here. Men are not just out here in search of wives like that. They're just not. For what? I would rather chase a bag.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather build my business. I would rather just have the responsibility of taking care of myself than another human being, a grown person that is, again, not even going to appreciate or reciprocate what I'm doing.
Right.
So yeah, from what I'm hearing, it's real dry out there.
Mm-hmm.
So are you sure that you want to throw this away? Let's continue. And y'all like the video.
And every man will try to use you for a certain thing.
6. Hold on.
Say it again.
And that's where a lot of women go wrong these days. When you have a good man, he wants to pour into you. He wants to love you, provide for you, protect you, lead you, teach you. He wants the best for you.
Yep.
Out of genuine love.
Yep.
Right? Of course, in any relationship, you want reciprocation and appreciation. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, when it comes to good quality men, they are doing these things for their women because they just feel such a great love for her. They have a great respect for her.
Yep.
They honor her. And they know, again, the roles. As a man, I'm supposed to do this for my woman. But the thing is, a lot of women don't appreciate or reciprocate. But that's another story. But
fellas, if a chick has time to hang out with her girlfriends, but she's always telling you that she's busy, you have to dead it. People make time for what's important to them. Clearly, you're not important. Just let's be clear.
At the end of the day, when it comes to good quality men, they're doing that out of a pure heart. We're gonna put it plain like that. It's pure intentions behind it.
Yep.
Whereas these other guys out here, right, that you think really want you, but it's really just a actual experience. You know, they're only doing things because I'm trying to see what that mouth do. Right? I'm only doing this because I'm trying to see how you can throw it back and make it clap. Okay? I'm only doing it because I'm trying to get something out of you that may not be the best for you to give to me. Right? Let's just peep the game. It probably won't be a wise thing for you to, you know, interact with that guy actually. For whatever reason. Maybe he's just not a good person to do that with. Maybe he's irresponsible. Maybe he's, you know, a serial baby daddy. I mean, you name it. But that is his intentions. His intentions is to get something that maybe you should not be giving to him out of this equation. It's not coming from a pure place. And a lot of the times, these type of guys will let you know, like, look, if I do this, I'm gonna need that, period. So it very much gives a prostitute-ish type of exchange and dynamic. And y'all know what we're trying to say. Again, we gotta watch out for YouTube. Yeah. Whereas a good man, he's doing this again with a pure heart, pure intentions. He understands the give and take, you know, the yin and yang of a man and a woman coming together, and again reciprocating, exchanging things of value, substance amongst each other. But these other guys out here, it's like, look, I got things to do and women to do. And what you're not trying to do, yeah, she will. I'll just move on to the next.
Fellas, why do you always hear me say things like this? Like, so I heard some things about this lady that I would speak to, whatever it may be. But then whenever it came to me, it's like, oh, like, maybe I'll think about it. I'll see, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind going out as friends. And I'm like, tamper down with that. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Because I understand that she's not worth what she believes she's worth. These women are delusional. They believe that fellas, I told y'all, women tend to overvalue themselves, and us as men, we tend to undervalue ourselves.
I don't care about you like that. If I'm not gonna be getting some type of actual favor out of this, yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah, like now there's this new trend where you got chicks like, oh, I want a sugar daddy, but I ain't giving up no sugar. What kind of bullshit exchange is that? Like, oh, so you want him to put out, but you not putting out. Have a seat, ma. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Whereas the good man,
I'll give him good conversation. I'm good company. We don't need company.
just wants a woman to, in return,
Stop it.
Let's say, honor him, respect him, make his life more enjoyable and easier. You know what I mean? Think of that sort, along those lines. It's not just this prostitute-ish type of, you know, exchange. So yeah, when she says, oh yeah, those guys out there, they're gonna be looking for you to do something in return.
And ladies, understand something. Something that y'all don't understand
For them,
is this. Men know. Like, ready? Oh, hold up. Big shout out to Gorilla Tone. Gorilla Tone said it when I was younger. He said, I know who you are as a man. He said, And he said, bro, like the way you treat women, like you give them all the utmost respect. He goes, some women just want to be 304s. Some women just want to be out there just being reckless. He said, you can't treat them all like that. He said, but I'll tell you this. If I knew you was dealing with the woman and she let you go, I ain't want to see him be like, oh, she was. I was dealing with her. I was talking to her, took her a couple of days, and nah. If she wants to be with you, go get by all means, dogs. But for him to say, I could never look at a woman that treated you, that declined you, the same way. Now to be like, you don't want that man right there, but you wanted me. Oh, I'm doing you dirty. Men, ladies, men pay attention. They see, oh, you let the good guy go for the bad boy, I'm doing you dirty. All the way. Why? Because there's some men out here who will teach you a lesson. Same thing how, ladies, when your man is good to you and treating you good, there's always women are watching. Why? Because the minute you let him go, like, ready, the movie Acrimony. Ready? I put it in my timeline. Oh, that man was hard working for you, and what happened was this: the lady that went and got him the 135 million, she was watching videos of him and his wife. This is my wife right here. You know, we had this battery called the Force Winds, whatever the case may be. She looked at that and admired that everything was about him and his wife. But when she did him dirty, she said, you ain't deserve him anyway. He's mine. So then she got the boat. She got the cars. She got the... See, it's the opposite, ladies. When women see that a good man is there and you do him dirty, they'll do anything to cut your throat. But a man will be like, you did him dirty? Oh, you're dead. I'm gonna slay the dragon. You out of here. Like, oh no, you're not staying till the morning, mamita. Have a good night. I'm telling you.
It's more than likely going to be, you know, something a little bit or a lot of bit degrading and cheap, just for, you know, that instant actual gratification.
Yep.
Let's continue. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
And you will look for that man that you left in other men. You will regret that man to the core, because you'll realize that there is no good people out there, and nobody loved you as much as that man loved you. And after that, you will try to go back to that good man, only to realize that that good man doesn't want you.
Oh.
Yep.
Baby, ain't that the truth? Do y'all know how many females I've heard say things along the lines of, oh, I should have stayed with X, Y, and Z. I should have been his wife. He was such a good man, and now he's married. Or I ran into X, Y, and Z, and he's doing so great now. I should have stayed with him. I tried to talk to him, but, you know, he seemed uninterested. So even if he was still on the market and he was single, this woman let herself go, so much so that he didn't even want her. Or he just has in the back of his mind that, you know, she's not the most sincere and only looking for a handout now. Or she's just completely not his type anymore.
Now, I'm going to leave this right here because I want to say one last thing before I go. Because the rest of it is pretty simple. You guys already heard it. Hear me out. There are some women that I used to be interested in, and I thank the Lord every day. What, Lord, thank you so much. Imagine me being stuck with what I thought was gonna be great, and you look at these women now and I'm like, God knew exactly what he was doing. God knew exactly what he was doing. because I would sit here and be like, man, why? And then now it's like, later on, it's like, do you see why? I have better for you. Never question it, fellas. There are some women who, hear me out, they were small, slim, fit, fine as ever. And now I look at them, I look the same way. It's either I get big or I'm big. I look the same way. I'm a man. My looks don't count as much as a woman's look does. But then some women coming out looking like some of these animals that I never seen, like unusual creatures I never seen before. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, what in the planet? When they were young and they were hot, they didn't. Be grateful. Be grateful, y'all. For those that said no, there's a reason for it. But y'all already know what time it is, man. I'm your host, Michael May. Thank you for being here. Hit me on podcast. Y'all already know. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Turn on notifications. Y'all already know. Till next time, we out.